was a young girl, I had a dream to stay pure till I got married. I wanted to be clean. I told all of the boys who tried to entice me I was saving myself for my husband-to-be. At 16 and a half, I got engaged to a boy. Was looking forward to our marriage of happiness, children and joy. In his bedroom we'd play records, cuddle and talk. When things heated up, we'd go out for a walk. 'Twas not easy to wait, for I thought I loved him, yet somewhere deep inside me must have known it was a sin. I was never taught this, you know, for in morals I had no training. With an upbringing so hostile, my dream was almost impossible sustaining. My mother asked me if we were having sex. No, mommy, we're waiting till we wed. Then she seized her opportunity for her little girl to be misled. You see, my mommy didn't love me. She wanted no good in my life. She planned on destroying me, becoming a good wife. I so loved my mommy, I listened to anything she said. She told me that before they were married, Daddy and her went to bed. She argued her case to why I shouldn't wait. She seemed plausible and convincing, so I just swallowed the bait. When I called over to my fiancé, we canoodled too close. We then committed a sin I have to disclose. I went back home that evening, all covered in shame. She said, I know what you've been up to. You've only yourself to blame. She screamed, you're so irresponsible. Did you use the pill? What about a condom? With pain my head she did fill. To the doctor she sent me to be put on the pill. The side effects so horrendous, it made me so ill. Then one night she plotted her evil laid plan. She was to split us up from becoming wife and man. With her lies and distortions, she wedged us apart. The covenant was broken, and so was my heart. I was lost and bewildered, didn't know what to do. Tainted with sin and only a worldly view. That little girl's dreams of becoming a good wife was ripped out of my being with a jealousy knife. For they couldn't bear me to be good. When they had conceived me in error, they brought destruction upon my life, which filled me with terror. Parents are supposed to guide and instruct you for the good of their child. When I think back what they did, it makes me so wild. They kept telling me those boys are too good, and you're not good enough. You're far too ugly, plus other malicious stuff. They shoved me out to work when I wanted to stay on at school. They insisted bring home the money, don't break our rule. Rejected and disgraced with no sense of self-worth, I searched out many boys to love me on this earth. Mistake after mistake, deeper I got, No offers of marriage, told I was far too hot. The bad seeds that were planted, fornication was rife. I had become a disgrace and was ruining my life. Plus through the movies I viewed, which my mother took me to see, about Emmanuel, a bisexual, I became confused. Who was me? Confessing it to my mother, she said I was rotten to the core. Upon reaching my 18th year, they kicked me out of the door. All alone in the world, with no place to go, mascara running down my cheeks, feeling desperately low. I took with me my cases and the beating from my dad. Never knew a day that equaled it, that was ever that bad. It was midnight, they chucked me, not a friend in the world. To fend for myself amongst the wolves I was hurled. In all of my searching, I never found love, till Jesus descended in the spiritual dove. He loved me and guided me into the right path. He cleansed me and nurtured me like taking a bath. My mother went crazy and chanted incantations, hurling them my way into my bruises and abrasions. One night coming home from a charismatic prayer meeting, I was raped by a neighbor for my soul. They were competing. I turned to a prayer leader for help and consolation. He took advantage of my weakness, and I was thrown back into desolation. So the spirits ganged up even more than before, knocking me sideways, bringing my spiritual life to the floor. I went from one abusive marriage to another, a victim you might say, even though I surrendered to Christ who set me on. I've forgiven my parents for all the abuse, for unforgiveness is like poison, so what is the use? I'm a born-again virgin, happy to be chaste. Not a teardrop I've shed will ever be waste. I'm a new creation in Christ, washed whiter than snow. With a heart He's been mending, still a little way to go. Our past may have shaped us, but doesn't define who we are. Christ still wears His wounds inflicted. In comparison, mine's only a small scar.